Hello and welcome. Today I will talk about the ethical and privacy implications of a new machine learning-based product. For this, I will first frame the problem, then I will guide you through the task analysis and the user experience walkthrough. Then I will have consideration regarding the privacy strategy and the ethical consideration and bias mitigation. In closing, I will talk about the business value and the responsible AI approach. So let's start with the problem we're addressing. In the air transport industry, late invoice payments are a major risk to cash flow predictability. Airlines, airports, manufacturers, and government agencies depend on reliable cash flow to fund maintenance, ensure safety, compliance, and plan fleet expansion. So today, finance teams rely on manual heuristics and static rules that fail to capture complex cross-border payment behaviors. This leads to unpredictable day sales outstanding, DSOs, higher financing costs, and strained supplier relationships. This solution predicts payment delay risk for each invoice using machine learning trained on real historical data. So by prioritizing high-risk accounts, finance teams can reduce DSOs, improve cash flow forecasting accuracy, and free working capital to support reliable, sustainable operations. And ultimately, this addresses strategic industry need for financial resilience in a highly cyclical, capital-intensive, and globally connected environment. Now let's look at the task analysis for managing invoice payment risk in the air transport industry. Today, accounts receivable teams manually export aging reports from ERP systems, review past payment histories, and use static rules to guess which accounts to prioritize. This is slow, error-prone, and often misses high-risk, high-value international or government invoices. Failure modes include chasing low-risk customers, overlooking those with large balances, and inconsistent DSO forecasts. The proposed AI-enhanced workflow automatically scores each open invoice for delay risk with clear confidence levels and explanations. Users can filter, sort, and prioritize high-risk accounts directly in their dashboard. In the end, this reduces manual steps, improves accuracy, and empowers finance teams to focus collections on where it has the most business impact, supporting better cash flow planning and supplier trust. Next, let's look at the user experience design for the solution. Finance and collection teams will use an interactive dashboard connected to the ERP system. The input data includes open invoices, historical payment records, customer profiles, and contract terms. The output will be a clear risk score for each invoice, displayed with color-coded risk bands and confidence levels to indicate uncertainty. For transparency now, the dashboard will show key drivers behind each prediction, such as previous payment delays or contract complexity, and using simple explanations and features importance charts. Users can filter and prioritize accounts, export reports, and provide feedback by marking incorrect predictions. This feedback will be logged to improve future model training. So, by combining clear explanations, confidence indicators, and human-in-the-loop corrections, the design ensures finance teams trust the system while staying fully in control of final decisions. So let's discuss privacy consideration now for this system. The model will process sensitive financial data from ERP systems, including invoices, customer payment histories, and contract details. This raises risks like exposing confidential commercial agreements or customer credit profiles, which is especially critical in the air transport industry with international partners and government agencies. The model will comply with GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation in the EU, and the California Consumer Privacy Act in the US, CCPA, and other local aviation laws by minimizing data collection, encrypting data in transit and at rest, and enforcing strict access controls with role-based permissions. The model will also manage cross-border data transfers carefully, with contractual safeguards and local hosting when required. The data governance strategy includes clear ownership, consent management, where applicable, audit logging for all access, and defined retention and deletion policies. By taking these steps, the model will protect sensitive industry data, meet legal obligations, and build essential trust with our users and partners. If we examine the ethical consideration for the solution, we have to look at the following topics. A major risk is bias in historical payment data. Some customer regions or types may have faced stricter payment terms in the past, creating patterns the model could unfairly learn and replicate. Given the international and government-linked nature of aviation contracts, this is a serious concern. The model will address this with regular bias audits, comparing prediction rates across customer segments and regions. The model will also retrain with fairness constraints and balance the data where needed. Accountability will involve a clear governance framework with finance, compliance, and legal teams jointly approving model changes and reviewing performance quarterly. For transparency, users will see clear explanations in the dashboard, such as top factors driving each risk score, with natural language summaries and visual feature importance. So by focusing on fairness, accountability, and transparency, we ensure the system supports ethical AI use, meeting both industry expectations and partner trust requirements. In closing, the solution empowers aviation finance teams to predict invoice payment delays with confidence, improving cash flow forecasting and reducing working capital costs. This directly supports critical industry priorities, funding maintenance, ensuring operational reliability, and planning sustainable growth. This leads to reducing working capital costs and enabling strategic planning. So by embedding fairness, accountability, and transparency into the design, we ensure the model earns user trust and meets partner expectations, including government agencies and global suppliers. Ultimately, I believe responsible AI isn't just an ethical choice. It's a strategic advantage for modern aviation finance. Thank you very much for your attention.